G'day, welcome to TCW Unauthorized. I'm Itchee the Ref, and I'm with TCW's own El Hijo de Doomslayer.
Hey, it's just Doomslayer these days.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Thought I'd make a return to the podcast.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've got some things to say after the last show.
Last time you were on the podcast, it was definitely a different attitude from you. Slightly more aggressive.
I think I might have been up Benny the Ref last time I was here. I can't remember. It's been a long time. I don't know if I've even been on the podcast since last year.
You haven't seen Benny the Ref since?
No. We don't move in the same circles. Have you seen him?
No.
Yeah, he hasn't. I've been watching the podcast and he hasn't been here. It's just been TJ Thunder for the longest time.
He's on his honeymoon with his wife.
Not to be, obviously I'm Doomslayer.
Yeah.
You can buy these shirts at your nearest TCW event.
Yeah. Every 2 months, Elfin Sports Centre.
Yeah. And we've got the poster up behind us, December 10th for Decimation.
It's going to be a big show, I reckon. Coming off the back of New Horizons, which is October 8th.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's October.
Decimation. Does that word mean like when you, out of every 10, you kill one? I think the word decimation is like for every 10 people, like you've like killed one person or something. I think that's what decimation is.
Maybe.
I mean, we do have the internet at our fingertips, but
we could look it up.
Yeah,
right now.
I might look it up right now.
It might also just be because it's December.
Decimation, or decimated.
Decimated.
Meaning kill, destroy, or remove a large proportion of. Is in historical. Kill 1 in every 10 of a group of people, originally a mutinous Roman legion, as a punishment for the whole group.
Yeah, that's what the ancient Roman army would do if they messed up, and 1 in 10 would just be gone.
Yeah, so if we've got 10 people wrestling on the show, then
too bad for one of them.
Yeah, we'll have to pick a random name out of a hat, or maybe Dominic Knight will just take a chair to him. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one a little bit later. But we'll start off New Horizons. We had Roaming Dino to open the show again. He's going around.
Roman Dino?
Roaming Dino.
Oh, if it was Roman Dino, maybe he would be the one to...
He'd be decimated.
Speaking of decimation. Yeah. And he did have the Roman Reigns mask on at the time, so he was definitely Roman Dino.
That was lying around at the venue for some reason. He was going around talking his usual stuff, usual smack. Eddie Jones and the Dylan Daniels, they interrupted him. They ruined his segment and they were just bagging him out. You got anything to add?
I wasn't aware of all this happening. I was sort of like mentally preparing for my match later in the night. There was like some bits I was able to watch, but the video hasn't gone online yet, so I haven't caught up on the events that I've missed. But I thought this podcast would be a good opportunity for me to find out what else had happened.
Yeah. Not too much.
So was Mr. Sinclair out there as well, or just?
He wasn't there tonight.
Wasn't there at all on the night? Okay.
No.
So I guess Dino came back a bit later on then.
Yeah.
With those two.
Yeah, he get his revenge later on that night. We'll get to that later. We have TCW title match opening the show. JJ Storm successfully defended against Zach Archer. It was a flash victory, roll up out of a German suplex.
The crowd was definitely getting behind Zach Archer here. Like Zach Archer's been a bit of a downturn lately.
Yeah.
But I thought, like the TCW audience, and I thought that Zach Archer was going to do it here. We are cutting short the JJ Storm reign pretty quick. Yeah,
and JJ Storm's now got a successful defense, so he's legitimised that reign, and we'll see how he fares against Liam Lacey in Annihilation.
Is that definitely happening at this point? Or is
they challenged one another in the locker room, right?
I haven't seen all of the backroom goings-ons yet, but I've seen some of them. So they've only wrestled each other twice before. One was at an Annihilation. I'm not sure what the other one was at. The Annihilation 5 might have been that first match between them. Yeah. The first one at Albert Hall. Yeah. So they've been around each other for a long time, so I'm sure that'll be an excellent match.
Yeah. Two great wrestlers. Can't wait to see it.
So what do you think is going to happen with Zach Archer next?
Well, he did refuse a handshake offered by JJ after the match. He just walked away, which is unusual for Zach Archer. I mean, he shook Dick Riggs' hand after his loss against him.
He shook my hand after I lost to him a long time ago, and then I was still a bit of a prick after that. So I don't know. Maybe I could get another handshake out of him one day if we ever cross paths.
Yeah. Beautiful Zach Archer handshake. What's this mean for Zach? Just going down a different path, maybe?
We'll see what happens next. He's been in TCW for a long time. He's done everything there is to do in TCW. I mean, I'm sure he's definitely not done, but there's always some challenge lurking for Zach Archer, I'm sure. Like, some people are always going to want to test themselves against him.
Yeah.
Like, he's been TCW champion, what, on 2 occasions?
Twice, yeah.
And quite a lengthy reign in there as well. He debuted on the second ever TCW show. So there's been like 50 shows. So he's been there for a long time. He's wrestled a lot of people. So it's a good way to test oneself if you're going against Zach Archer.
We know that Zach Archer can do wonders for you. Next up, we had Melbourne Mean Girls. They took out the duo of Rochelle Rogue and Violet Blitz. Anything to add from this one?
I think it was Katie had pretty much shut down Rochelle Rogue for the most part of this match. I was watching this one from backstage, and the Mean Girls, they're on a hell of a run in TCW, aren't they?
Yeah,
MMG is TCW, I guess, and they had some harsh words to say about you after the prior event back in Perfect Storm. So how did you go refereeing these girls again? They seem to be giving you a hard time.
Yeah, even before the match, they were cornering me, abusing me, shouting things at me, and I couldn't wait for it to be all over before it even began.
It's good that it didn't influence your decisions throughout the match, though.
No, I was 100% impartial, caught it down the middle, got out of there as soon as I could. They were up to their usual tricks all match. I tried to be on top of it. They were just too good, like legitimately too good for the team they were up against. They had more chemistry together. Yeah,
they've been working together for a while now. Were they originally, when they were first ever coming down, was that meant to be a singles match between them? But then it eventually got postponed enough times to... Something must have happened in the meantime and they got on the same page and wanted to tag instead. That triple threat with Charlie, the elusive one. I think that's what it was.
Ali, I think.
Ali? Yeah. But Ali Galvin came back after this match. She'd been out for a while with a broken arm, I believe.
Yep.
After dealing with Skylar Cruz and Katie Lux on a previous event.
Yep.
But hopefully it's not the last time that TCW sees Rochelle Rogue and Violet Blitz as well.
Yeah, both very impressive, especially Rochelle Rogue's bridging vertical suplex. That was something. Also, Rochelle Rogue, girlfriend of Kid Valiant, another wrestler who's come down to TCW. Now if we ever have a mixed tag match, Kid Valiant, Rochelle Rogue.
Yeah. He's wrestling all over the place. He's a very busy young up and coming wrestler in the Australian scene. So.
That's what going to TCW can do for you. You'll be everywhere in no time.
Yeah. Just wait for those Doomslayer bookings to come rolling in.
Yeah.
The calendar's filling up quick.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ellie Grayson defeated.
So Ellie Galvin did come back, and I guess we've got something again set up for the next show.
Yeah. First match of decimation is seemingly put together. Ellie Galvin came out. She said, "Look, Katie Lux, we've got unfinished business, and last time we fought, you had the cheek to beat me. So I want you one-on-one without Skylar there, just me and you." She declined, but Skylar Cruz accepted. It looks like Ali vs Skylar will be happening.
Yeah. And there's definitely some payback coming on Ali's side, so she's I think she wants to take them both on eventually. So
she'd take them on both at once if she could.
Yeah. So what was up next? Elliot Grayson and Dino.
Yeah. That was a very high impact, high paced match. I struggled to keep up with it.
So you refereed this one as well? Did you do the first three?
First three, all of them. Yeah. I was sweating after that. But Ellie Grayson.
I should go back to the very first match. There was a lot of near fall pins rolling around, and seeing you diving one. It's like Itchee's working hard out there.
Just flying around like a little fish in the ocean.
I'm glad he just didn't stand back and be like, "You guys done yet?"
Yeah.
And then just get in there when it seemed like a more serious attempt to get in the pinfall.
You never know which pinfall is going to be the one that gets the job done.
Yeah. So
Violet Blitz pinned Katie Lux that time. 1, 2, 3. Like, you know, it happens out of nowhere sometimes.
Yeah. You got a strong kick out, I guess.
Yeah.
Ellie Grayson and Dino. So this has been built up for a little while as well, going back a couple of events.
They've just been sticking their nose in each other's business for long enough. They're like, right, that's 1-on-1.
And you don't talk about another man's cat either.
No,
like
you
we
don't.
know that Dino did that. Talking about some bad words about Steve.
Yeah.
And me and Ellie Grayson go back a fair distance, back to my second ever match in TCW. So we haven't exactly been attached at the hips, but you know we haven't been too far away from each other as well. We know what's going on. We're still in contact. So
You definitely have different ways of wrestling these days. But,
yeah. But yeah, he's got a great future in TCW and abroad as well. So you know.
Yeah.
And Dino, I mean, we'll get to this. This is the big night for Dino. We had Roman Dino, we've got Dino in a match, and then we've got the Brisbane Street Bullies.
Yeah.
2.0. They say 3.0, but isn't it 2.0?
Yeah, when was the 2.0?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we had intermission after Ellie Grayson vanquished Dino. Adrian Alexander came out to confront Eddie Jones and the Dylan Daniels. You know, this was set up. The invitation that Eddie Jones gave out to Adrian Alexander. Look, come back. We'll talk in the middle of the ring. And Adrian came in and he said, look, I'm not stupid enough to just walk in here 1 versus 2. So he brought out his new friend, Dino. Shade cut and kebab loving, newest Brisbane Street Bully.
It's a perfect intermingling of wrestlers here and characters and colours. I think from the first night that Dino was on the scene, it's like, I reckon this guy is a Brisbane Street Bully at heart. I mean, Lonnie's nightclub, it's on Brisbane Street. How could he not be?
Yeah. His first appearance in the Rumble, he wore fluoro orange knee pads.
Yeah.
I reckon that will be his colour in the Bullies.
He's got a lot of different colours, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's got different outfits for when he's doing Roman Dino, as to when he's wrestling, as to other backstage stuff.
Yep.
So,
Post show.
Yeah, if they settle on the right colour scheme, do you think Adrian Alexander's going back to the green?
Oh.
He's had a lot of different colours.
Yeah, he's had gold, he's had silver.
I had gold. Do you remember that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people mistook me for Adrian Alexander that night.
He looked very much alike that night. Yeah. He even had that Chicago Bulls outfit once.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think reuniting with Chris Lockwood, because if Dino came out, they're like, you know what, we'll go third person. And Chris Lockwood returned to the surprise of Adrian Alexander. They embraced in the middle of the ring. Look, all is right again. Brisbane Street Bullies are back.
It was very reminiscent of Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi reuniting after some time. I was waiting for the glitter the sparkles to come down.
Confetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the crowd, they certainly remembered who Christopher Lockwood is. Don't they? You know, he's been gone for a while, but welcomed back physically and emotionally. A warm embrace from the audience and Adrian Alexander and Dino as well. And Dino's just like, I guess these are my boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, where to next? We've got Dino, Lockwood, Alexander, button heads with Eddie Jones and the Dylan Daniels.
Yeah. And so Mr. Sinclair wasn't out there, so
he wasn't seen.
Maybe he doesn't want to be mixing up with Adrian Alexander, I presume. They've got history going back for quite a while. Until the Eddie Jones championship victory over Alexander. Yeah. Yeah,
that could get rough. I think Alexander would have some strong words, some strong moves ready for Mr. Sinclair.
You'd think that it would set up for like a 3 versus 3 match down the line. But if Mr. Sinclair's not going to be part of that, do you think there's like another person that could step into that role? Like, I have no idea who it could be. I haven't really thought about it until now.
No.
But
does Eddie Jones have any friends?
I mean, if we want to talk about Dominic Knight, but I think he's got his sights set on something else if he wants to go back there.
Yeah. Dominic Knight's more of a self-serving individual.
Yeah.
That brings us to our next match. Aaron Lynch took care of Mike Murphy, just as anyone would, really.
What's the time on this one?
6 minutes 39. That's not bad for Mike Murphy. You know what? That's double the length of his last match, isn't it?
What was it, 3:55?
Dominic Knight, yeah.
I mean,
Mike Murphy.
Another reason I don't like Dominic Knight is that he bet Mike Murphy 1 second quicker than I did. But you know,
it's a speed run competition.
Yeah.
With Mike Murphy %.
Aaron Lynch. So this match wasn't announced. So it just came out.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah.
On social media?
No one shared it or really reacted to it. It's like, Mike Murphy's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
New music.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit different look. He's like, obviously I've got a lot of history. I've had 3 matches with Mike Murphy. Had that debut match. He's been working very hard. He's leaned out, as Don Callis would say. He's been leaning out for this match.
Yeah.
I think he was looking pretty good condition. Were you refereeing this one as well?
No, I chose not to.
Yeah.
You don't want the referee to fall asleep in the middle of the ring.
Oh, well, showtime. Aaron Lynch is definitely going to keep you awake. So.
Yes, he did.
I mean, here I am the one defending Mike Murphy, and I'm Doomslayer. So let's give him a bit of a break. I didn't get the best look at this. I was preparing, like I was wrestling straight after this. I could hear the crowd reactions. The crowd was loud. Definitely heard some booing Mike Murphy. You know, he's it's the first time we've seen him on a TCW event since last December.
Yeah.
If you're not counting summer beats. So, I guess he's changed his way. He's a bit pissed off. He's hasn't been on shows and a bit more of an aggressive side over him apparently.
Yeah, he posted on social media before the match that no one gave a rat's ass about him when he was like fighting for the fans, so he's not going to give a rat's about them now. Yeah,
well, fair enough. I mean, I don't blame him. Like, I've got a good relationship with the fans now, so I'm not saying anything about those guys. But Aaron Lynch, so this is his first defense. Yes, because he just beat Elliot Grayson at the previous show. So, and then he came out to help me out a bit later as well. So
yeah,
but we'll get to that shortly. Aaron, like I heard, the crowd was way into Aaron Lynch.
Yeah, they love him.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Lynch can do no wrong as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
unless I get in the ring with him, and
look out.
I hope he does do some wrong.
Yeah, well, at least in your match, Doomslayer defeats Dominic Knight. Dominic Knight loses again.
Not the way that I'd want to win, though.
It was DQ.
Yes, he hit me over the head with a steel chair.
Yeah.
What was the time on that?
How does that feel?
I mean, it's been a week. Tonight will be a week since it happened.
Right.
How long did the match go for, by the way?
6 minutes 48.
Yeah, okay. That's I think I was starting to wear him down.
Yeah.
I think when I replay the match in my head, I think about where things could have gone differently.
Yeah.
Like, I went into like the Dominic Knight school of thought for the start of the match, and like he attacked me backstage at the Perfect Storm, and so I thought I'm going to get him when he's not ready for me. So he was still doing his entrance, and I came out and got on the side of the ring and hit him with a big cannonball while he wasn't ready.
Yeah. And
then I threw him in the ring, and like I probably could have capitalised a bit better, and I've gone for a springboard drop kick.
You're getting a little bit overzealous.
Yes, I was. I think I might have been a bit too aggressive and didn't really plan out my attacks as well as I should have. And yeah, I was overzealous. I was layerizing, and I stuffed up.
But you managed to stay on top of him for a bit longer.
Not that was the downfall of the match, something that happened so early, but I think that might have got into my head, and I could have capitalised on some other moments, but maybe that's what I was doing. Maybe I was getting on top, and then he resorted to cheating because he didn't want to suffer a pinfall loss.
I would have been
the only man in TCW who's never been pinned.
Never been pinned.
and I think maybe he's like, oh, I could be in some trouble here. I need an easy way out.
Indeed. He grabbed a steel chair. It was conveniently placed. I think maybe
there's a lot of steel chairs under that ring.
Snuck one under there maybe as his backup option because he was scared going into that match, I reckon. And
I mean,
whack.
That was tough. It was a hard hitting match. Like I punched the crap out of him.
Yeah.
I picked him up and put him on his back a few times. Right at the very end, with that had him up for the running power slam. It's like, whoa, this guy's heavy.
Yeah.
And I didn't get as much of it as I wanted. I wanted to run and do a big jump into the center of the ring, but like
sometimes
if I didn't put him down when I had the chance, he was probably going to slip down and reverse and maybe hit me with something there.
Claymore.
So I did eat a Claymore after the match. Apparently, I don't really remember it too well. As people know, I got hit over the head with a chair.
Big concussed.
And then I think it was a Claymore then. I think you tried to stop him.
I tried to intervene. I got shoved away. Again, no one did anything about it.
And then there's pictures where I got chokeslammed, and then he was going to break my leg in a chair. But fortunately, Aaron Lynch came out, and Cyrus Burns.
And TCW's #1 backstage interviewer, Chase Austin, came out. He's full tuxedo and everything. He heard what was happening. He was right out there. Yeah, good on you for that one.
Yeah, you were there. You helped me leave the arena, and I mean, like I got the victory, but it's not the way I want to beat Dominic Knight.
You feel within yourself you want another crack at him?
I would love to do that again. Yeah. I mean, if there's a way to ensure that he can't leave the ring and get a chair, but it's not up to me to make stipulation matches. But if like Mr. Sinclair's watching, then I think maybe a no disqualification match would be in order.
Right. So you'd like to be using chairs as well?
I would like to use a chain. How about that?
Oh, Doomslayer chain.
I haven't used the chain for a while.
You haven't needed to.
Yeah, I don't like to fight like that anymore. But if someone else is going to bring weapons, then I think I should be able to bring something to defend myself.
Yeah, the fans did love the chain, to be fair. So
I was awfully tempted to wear out my spiky jacket and hit the cannonball wearing that on him, but I might save that for a different time.
Yeah.
As long as you're not listening to this, because I don't want you to be clued in too much.
Anyway, the main event, Liam Lacey versus Andy Rhodes. That is the match everyone knew going in was going to be awesome, and it was.
Well, I was actually bailed up backstage by Chase Austin, and I didn't see any of this match, unfortunately.
We heard rave reviews about it.
Yeah, I could hear the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah,
drowning pool might even say.
The bodies hit the floor.
Andy Rhodes is a big guy, and I could hear him getting slammed around, but I could also hear him slamming Liam Lacey around.
17 minutes, hard hitting, technical action. Like, if you need a reason to sign up to TCW on demand, that is the reason. Liam Lacey versus Andy Rhodes. You will not be disappointed.
So Liam had, like he said in his promo previously, Liam's first ever match as his true self, after he was no longer Amiga, after he no longer wore the mask, his first match was against Andy Rhodes, and he beat Andy Rhodes.
Yep.
So we knew that he could do it. I mean, we know Liam Lacey is capable of anything in wrestling.
Absolutely.
But Andy Rhodes definitely pushed him to his limit, 17 minutes. And then he invited Liam over to Gippsland Pro Wrestling afterwards. Yeah. So Liam was meant to go there a month or so ago, but
COVID ruined that show.
Yeah, that show was being postponed and some matchups changed. But
Liam's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got Mitch Waterman,
Wow.
who's is he also the Melbourne City Wrestling champion?
I think so.
I think he still is. I know he was at a point, but I think he still is. So that's a huge match for Liam, and if enough people see that match, they could do some big things for Liam as well.
Yeah, look, Liam's one of those people that we love having him in Tasmania. We'd love to see him have his great matches every show, but man, Liam Lacey's a guy I could see being a bigger thing in wrestling, and we'd love to see him expand his horizons, wrestle elsewhere, make a name for himself. So put TCW on the map elsewhere.
Yeah. I mean, the best match that I've ever had was against Liam Lacey, so I think you can bring out some real strong competition in anywhere that he goes as well.
Yeah.
So was there anything else that happened after the show?
Um,
We had JJ Storm come out, didn't he? And confronted Liam in the ring.
Right, so that definitely confirms that I guess those two want to seize the true TCW champion.
And the crowd did not like JJ Storm. He was like Liam left and JJ Storm was up on the corners.
Here's some positive thinking. There's two possible scenarios here. All these fans went to the circus that night, maybe. Or two, maybe the people from Hobart didn't want to drive up in the wet weather. Maybe the roads are a bit dodgy that night. Look, give this one a miss. But with any reason, no one liked JJ Storm that night.
Yeah, they wanted Archer to win early, and then they didn't really like the confrontation between Liam and JJ Storm. Maybe that's everybody is sort of a bit split. It's like, these are two of my favourites. I don't want them fighting each other.
Oh, we've got that.
So Joel,
you see that big Liam Lacey sign in the crowd? It's like, professionally done. Liam Lacey has got a massive following in TCW. I feel like we saw last year when he was going up against Adrian Alexander. People really want him to be champion.
Yes.
And we're seeing that again now. People are like, Liam Lacey is our champion. I think JJ Storm is just, it's an uphill battle trying to win fan support over Liam Lacey.
Yeah. You've got three champions now. We'll see what paths they all carve for themselves going forward.
I feel like usually when you've got two champions going against one another, you can either have a double champion at the end of it, or you can merge the belts and have like a true unified champion.
Yeah. And build the worth of it as well.
Mm.
Yeah. So that is TCW New Horizons.
Yeah.
So we've got Decimation coming up December 10th. We're going to see what matches happen there.
Yeah.
I've already had a bit of a word with people, and I've said what I want to happen. I think Dominic Knight's going to share his thoughts on the event as well.
Yeah. Just be put on the poster.
Yeah.
You're thinking Decimation. You two are just as important as the champions.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Maybe you'll get to get your hands on him again.
Oh, well, even if it's not in an official way, I'm sure I'm going to deal with him again sometime.
You'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I have to drag him out to the ring and you as well and make you ring the bell.
Drag him all the way from Georgetown.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen the movie Dragged Across Concrete, but I think I'm going to make it with him.
Mm.
Yeah. It's a movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's violent. It's called Dragged Across Concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Anything else?
No.
No?
Good.
No.
Yeah.
Itchy's a bit tired after the big gig that he went to last night.
Yeah, a bit hungover. We've got cat allergies as well.
Yeah.
This is, the greatest I've ever felt recording TCW Unauthorized.
Alright, well, I guess it's time to ring that bell.
Ring the bell, ref.